Action!
It's recording. Babe, is this recording? How many seconds? Okay, now I'm shy. Haven't done this in a long time. I've never done this before. I have so many cousins and sisters, and I love you guys so much, but I'm not putting all of you, okay? Love you.
Name it sounds like Tuttie.
What it do, babies? Well, hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tuttie Too, and I make YouTube videos for fun. I haven't sat down in a while in any of my videos, so it feels nice to be sitting down speaking before you this very sunny day in Cape Town. Thank God for the sunshine. As I've been reminded by the good bae, I am the sun and I'm the girl. Yes, so I came across a picture on the internet on Facebook, and I think it was Zambian weddings or something. This was the picture. And wow, that's a lot of people. And then what was funny for me was that my friend commented on the picture and said this. So I thought, okay, this is a very interesting conversation and I should probably find out what people think about it. And so I put this up on my Instagram, and I'll now just read some of the responses, and they really made me laugh. So somebody said, I agree, meaning to the Mulomo. I agree, because ladies, others are even feeling jealous of others just there. 2, that's too many. 4 or 5 max, easier to manage and less conflicts. 3, it all comes down to the caliber of people you are making your bridesmaids. Now, some people are blessed with a genuinely good tribe. So that means no Mulomo, genuinely good tribe. And I responded to this lady because I think I have a very, very good tribe, but I'm not putting 19 people on my lineup. It's not happening. Yes, and then somebody said, personally, I think that's too many people. Somebody else said, all these women to agree on a dress, heels, a hairdresser, and MUA, impossible. I agree, because we all have different tastes and what. But I guess also it's up to the bride, right? But then if the bride picks like one person for 19 people, bruh, what am I waking up? You're not sleeping that night. Anyone is free to do as they please. She wanted that many bridesmaids, so it's her choice. I totally agree. It was her choice and she's entitled, and we're also entitled for us to say we don't want, but everybody is entitled for sure. Somebody said this is just too many people. Most probably true that there's too much Mulomo. Realistically speaking, it's just the truth. Lots of Mulomo there. That's too many. Somebody just said no. There's too many people there. Everyone will be fighting for attention. I think there are too many, because how many people are actually trustworthy? Good question. Somebody said Nickies. Somebody said commotion. 2 bridesmaids are enough. Lucky if you can pick 2 bridesmaids. Somebody said, who has this many friends in the first place? I might. Okay, but what is a friend? If you say like a bad year, who has that many confidence in the first place? Definitely. Somebody who I know picked 2 people on their wedding said, LOL, the smaller the better. One of my favorite cousins said, I agree. What? Somebody said, Kwatini could netball, this is violence. And I responded to this, like a netball team, there's 7 positions, I think, and then maybe you have 3 subs, maybe at 10. Now, the other 9 people, where are they coming from? That's just, it's too many. Somebody said, unnecessary, unless you've genuinely chosen to, not out of obligation. Won't say maybe half of them were her cousins and sisters, but this is too much. I have so many cousins and sisters, and I love you guys so much, but I'm not putting all of you, okay? Love you. Somebody said too many. Somebody said no. Half of those probably didn't even want to be on the lineup. Tough one. Somebody says this looks like stress. Not all your friends should be your bridesmaids, and that's okay. That's really okay. Everyone, there should be no. Oh, this is it. Let me start from the first thing. The misconception that a group of women have nothing but drama to bring is rather sad. Like every other group of people, male or female, people will disagree in style, etc. I've been on a lineup of 9 or so, and to be honest, if the bride just makes it clear from the start that what she wants for everyone, there will be no issues. I just don't think people are different and you're bound to have disagreements. Like my parents have 4 children and we fought all the time, and that's just 4. Now 19 plus you add the bride, 20, and then all these people have corresponding partners maybe, and then you have a groom, and it's just a lot of people. It's not specific to women. I think it's not specific to women, just a lot of people. It seems like a mess to me. Somebody said, why not? In Zambia we hate female relationships. I really love female relationships and I love all my female friends. Not all of them are friends with each other, and that's perfectly fine. Some of them are friends with each other, and I really am for female relationships because we are the girls and we are the sun. But the truth of the matter is people will disagree, and for me personally, 19, somebody said, nah, too many. Those are all the wedding guests as bridesmaids. Yeah, that's absurd. These are jokes. Ha, too many. Don't even like it. They don't even like each other, or she doesn't like them all. Okay, that's a mess. Like, why would you? Okay, don't put people you don't like. Yeah, a lot of Mulomo here. There's no need really. It's a no from me. This is extreme breeding ground for problems. And somebody said, I just love you. I love you too. So, what do I think about large bridal parties? Especially because we are getting married. We're having a wedding ceremony. Since we're already married, we're having a wedding ceremony soon. I just have never been for the idea. Like, I have a lot of close cousins, close friends who, like, when you think like, okay, what's the criteria for being a bridesmaid? They check all the boxes on the list. But I can't put it just looks dirty. To me, it just looks like, what are you doing? Like, what? Okay, like, Tuttie, what are you doing? Let me not project. Like, Tuttie, what are you doing? Putting 20 people, 19 people, 7 people, like, no. For me, it's a no for me. And it's going to be very, very hard. I haven't actually picked my bridesmaids yet. And it's going to be very hard because, like I said, I love you all. You mean the world to me equally. So it's gonna be difficult, okay? And it's somebody asked me to say how I'm dealing with the stress of these issues we're discussing in this video. I'm not dealing. I've just decided to put it aside, and I keep asking my good babe, like, okay babe, who should I put? Because I don't know how to deal with this stress. Okay, the next topic that we discussed that day on Instagram was about people coming up to you and saying, or like, say even you haven't even seen each other in a long time, or they're just commenting on your post, or they're responding to a status, like we don't even chat like that, and then they ask you, so am I coming to your wedding? So don't forget to send me my card. So can I bring a +1? Where? Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. And so the request actually from my almost namesake Nachilila asked me to explain how I'm dealing with invitations to do with wedding planning. First of all, I don't have money, okay? I don't have money to fund a wedding. So please don't come and ask me if you can come to my wedding, because maybe I'll be given 5 cards because of my financial contribution to my wedding. So say I have 5 cards to give to my 30 friends and their spouses, and then my cousins. Like, we can't even fit. Maybe there's no space for me even at my wedding. Please don't ask me if you can come. I don't know. I babe, what do you think?
I don't know.
Even you don't know. What experience have you had with people asking about coming for the wedding?
A lot of them just go like, we should please don't forget us.
And you say?
We won't forget you.
That's been my go-to as well. You just say, no, you'll be there. Because why start going back and forth? And you say, no, there will be no space. No, you just say, okay, see you there. We won't forget. But what is your thought? How do you feel when people ask you that? The question was, is it weird for you to ask someone if you're invited to their wedding?
Well, it's also a good reminder sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like sometimes you genuinely forget. But like sometimes a good reminder.
So sometimes it's weird, sometimes it's a good reminder.
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever had to ask someone like, don't forget me at your wedding?
No.
Okay, I had a almost situation like that, where my cousin was getting married and we discussed. I said I'll be in Cape Town the time we're getting married, but I'm coming home. I'll be at home that time. So that was the question, like, I wish you would have been here. I was like, no, I'll definitely be there for the wedding, okay? And then the week before the wedding, I was like, okay, I hope you have my card, because of the conversation that we had. And it was so awkward that whole week because I kept getting stuff like, I'll let you know, oh okay, no, I thought you weren't coming, so whatever. It was awkward, it was weird. So if it was weird for me who was asking, I can't imagine how the person who was receiving the question was feeling. It's awkward. I think it's awkward. It's not, it might serve as a reminder, but oftentimes the people who ask, babe, let me tell you what the people were saying, and my answers are actually in line with these answers, actually in line with what I'm saying. So somebody said no, it's not weird. Okay, somebody said it's pretty strange, it puts the couple under pressure, because what if you're not invited? Yes, definitely. Why are you forcing yourself onto the guest list, Bane? Then the ones who should know. No, it depends on the relationship you have with that person, and I think that's in line with what you're saying. If somebody is reminding you and you have a rapport and you're cool, and then it's fine. But if you do, like someone you just meet, baby, you randomly meet them at East Park. Oh, by the way, so I get you married, don't forget me at the wedding. Somebody said, am I going to be invited? Somebody said, if you are that important to said person, such questions wouldn't have to be asked. I think she just said wouldn't have to. Okay, yes, it's very weird. In my opinion, weddings are intimate and must be treated as such. Just celebrate people and be happy for them. In capital letters, somebody said yes. Ha ha ha. If you have to ask, you probably aren't invited. Depends. If they're asking me for money, then I can ask. Otherwise, no. Okay, that makes sense. If you're making a financial contribution,
Yeah.
if somebody's giving you a contribution, like, here's a lot of money, got a whole lot of money, they give you money, and then they can ask you, so where's my card?
But are the cards for sale?
It's a good point. It's a good point, but you're not selling. But like, this is your cousin, maybe your friend, because you don't also just give contributions to anyone.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Somebody said yes, very weird. If you have to ask, don't ask. Somebody said, I think it is sometimes people need to make hard decisions. It's very hard, you guys. Somebody said, never overestimate your place in people's lives. If they want you to be there, you will be invited. So like, chill. I get that. As painful as that feels. Very, very weird behavior. If they have to ask, they probably shouldn't be on your guest list in the first place. Those who know the level of your relationship won't even need to ask. It's a given. Yes, it is. If you have to ask, you're probably not on the top of the invitees. I think it's trying too hard. I wouldn't ask. Extremely weird. Yes, puts the bride in an awkward position if you are not. Yes, very weird. Yes, very weird and uncultured. Depends on your relationship with the couple. But during this COVID period, just don't ask. If we're 50 people, like just in my family alone, how many are there, babe? It's weird. I don't know why Zambians act like that, to be honest. Those who ask me are not invited. Someone said no, it's not weird. Somebody said yes, very. Don't forget to bring me a card. Me who didn't even know you're getting a card. Nice. LMAO, yes. It's okay to ask, but just don't ask. There is a lot of underlying factors. Yes, it is. People should stop feeling entitled and wait for their invite. It's weird for me. Rather wait and just let things flow. It's needy as if you have to ask, then you're not invited. Weird behavior, because first of all, you're not invited. But feel free to forget. Okay, it's weird when they're asking about your wedding and you had no plans on inviting them. I think that's what I mean, babe. Like, if you're in a plan of inviting someone, it's just like, oh, of course you'll be there. But somebody who you're just like, oh, okay. It's weird. It's weird when they're asking about your wedding and you had no plans of inviting them. But feel free to forget them still. It's your money and your day. Somebody said it's kosher depending on the context. Somebody said kinda. Yes, it's like forcing things. Be content whether invited or not. Very weird. If they want you to come, they will invite you. If they don't invite you, don't ask to be invited. Somebody laughed and said totally. It's weird. If you feel like you are close enough, ask. If you aren't invited, I always ask. I guess it goes back to the relationship. Yes, give people the freedom to invite who they want. I think it depends how you ask, because you can't assume that you'll be invited. Then it's very weird. Those who, especially those who don't talk to you often or aren't close to you, it's really asking silly questions. Yes, it is. The reality is not everyone will make the list, and we should respect that. It's nothing personal. Very weird. I think if you have to ask, it already means you know that you're not a priority. So yes, it's weird. Yes. So I think general consensus, the general opinion is that it's weird to be asking people that. But I think I've already answered the question. So the question for this video was, can you make a video telling us how you're dealing with this pressure? I'm not dealing. My parents were like, can you give us a list of people? And I haven't done that yet because I don't even know how big that list will be. Like I said, it could be 5 pairs. So it's quite something. Like the day will, let it just pass. Let's go to the honeymoon. I babe. Do you guys have suggestions for how we must deal with people's expectations, be it to be on the wedding party or to be invited to the wedding? How do you say no? I know, like, maybe someone will say just like that, but it's not easy, you guys. Like, how did you deal with it? How do you deal with it? How would you plan on doing with it? Yeah. So for me and my good bae, thanks for spending time chatting with us. Please leave a comment below. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. Come say bye, babe.
Bye.
She goes by Tuttie, and the name it sounds like fruity.